guess we're back. Not sure what happened there. We lost our connection. Had to restart. We were able to double up. Got lucky. King Queen versus Ace Queen. But we'll take it. King on the flop, which was what we needed. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to totally say that the 30 to 50 big blind strategy is working just yet, because we had to get a little bit lucky with King Queen. It was almost out of line. We were in the cutup. We were in late position with it and folded to us, and we decided to go for it. And on global, Ace Queen offsuit is going to call you. We were dominated, but we're alive, so we're gonna just try to iron this out as much as possible and get some experience playing in these spots. I was playing in a free roll last night, and the I made it pretty far in the free roll. I can't remember. It was probably 100 or so players. I feel like I forget where I got knocked out. Maybe not. Maybe it was 400 something. But I was playing well and kind of getting some fortunate card runouts. I was hanging around for a while playing that kind of like tight but aggressive strategy with a certain amount of chips. But yeah, but then just I decided to bluff a hand with Ace Nine when there just wasn't any fold equity, of course, because the player was up against flop to straight and slow played it. Board paired on the turn. I jammed. He called, of course. I was drawing at a chop with Ace High. Um, so that was a mistake, and really I could have just laddered up, because in a free roll you've got to understand too. You hit the money. There's still a few hundred players left, and the pay increases are small, but there's a lot of players going out no matter what time of the tournament it is, because it is a free roll. So if you just sit there and you play patiently, you'll make money as you go. It comes very incrementally, but that sucks. Oh, Yeah. See, there's 15 paid, and there's still 57 in the game here. And they're 10-minute blinds, so there's just not a ton of short stacks. So we'll see. Next level, there might be things might start happening, and it's only 908. I could do. I mean, I could do that with ignition, but the thing is, even if I end up with like, if I end up playing, we'll say 12 events, might be conservative, but let's say we just play 12 satellites with $100, and we end up with like three three $20 tickets and a $50 ticket or something. That's a small profit. Maybe you end up with, but yeah, let's say that happens, and that would be pretty good. We'd be okay with that. Undaunted. Okay. All right. So we got some smaller stacks here that we can evaluate with here. We just didn't want any big stacks jumping on us. All right. Well, we'll pick up the blinds. So we got to be stealing. Jonathan Little does talk a little bit about stealing, being on a steal, and how but there's a strategic way to do it. Like the old school, I don't know, maybe I just wasn't listening, but I feel like the old school method, the old school way of stealing was just, yeah, you pick up good cards and you get it in, you raise big and you just steal the blinds and your stack stays level. And there's more to it than that. You can do it more strategically with certain types of hands, because there might be cases where you get ace king and you just try to steal. Oh, crap. And yuck! What a dumb flop that was. Oh man, that sucks. We can't do anything with that. Probably should have just folded that. That was a mistake somehow. I mean, there was. Don't even know. There just was a mistake. I don't know even how to define it. So we bricked out of the anti-up event earlier. We decided to jump into the brawl, which frankly has been a lot more fun. We weren't in that anti-up tournament for more than 20 minutes or 15 minutes, and didn't get any traction. So we'll table the anti-ups for now. We'll play in a progressive super bounty on Friday to wrap up the Grizzly games. It's our last shot at profiting off of our $49 ticket investment. But, for what it was interesting. We'll see when the next series comes out what we can do with it. I don't know how often they come out. If it's like once every season, if there'll be like a spring, there must be something like that, because they have different seasons and their like table designs and whatnot, table themes. We have a decent amount of chips now where we don't really want to play a lot of hands for now, but I feel like that's an ongoing theme here. But we've had about this size stack for most of the night, if not less. So we'll just find that king queen versus ace queen hand. But no, this time it'll be like jacks up against sevens, and we'll double up. But yeah, this is part of the strategy, holding on to these blinds. It doesn't matter that we're not in a money position right now. We're in 24th out of 53. We're alive. We have a nice cushion, And stacks are going to start dwindling, but we have plenty of chips where we don't have to worry about putting it all in right now. We can just kind of wait for other players to get eliminated and get a little bit closer to the bubble. I know, sounds exciting. Hey, Dak. Dak has arrived. Dak has arrived. Hey, Dak. I am no god tonight, but yet somehow we're still alive. Our stream cut off during our break. We signed back on, but not until after. Conveniently, we got lucky with King Queen versus Ace Queen while the broadcast was offline. Hit a 3 outer on the flop, so that was nice. And so I was on the fence. If that had happened, if I had gotten knocked out, probably wouldn't have gone back. Probably wouldn't have started a stream. Might have jumped into something else, but we figured, well, doubled up about 30 big blinds now, so let's log back in, see how far this can take us. Well, we got a fortunate spot where we can just call cheaply. It looks good for us, but it's not like awesome. We hope maybe we can get a free card, but I don't think Schmitty here is gonna let that happen. He can't. It's such a good price. Oh, oh, what a gin card. Oh God. Now what do we do here? We can't let it check back, right? Please bet. He has to take a stab at it, right? Come on. Oh, that's so great. We have to just kind of. Do we just put him in? For two, it's only four more. Come on. Like, we can't just check call there. And he. Ooh. Oh. I can't figure him for hearts, right? That would suck if he had hearts. Yep, we're good. Had to go for it. That was a big one. He gave us such a good price on the flop. I wasn't. If he made it half pot, it was what 6.3 in the pot. And he bet two. If he had bet three and a half. If you bet three and a half there, I think I have to just go away. I think I just gotta fold it and give it to him. But he made it two, and then bang, gin card on the turn. And luckily, the river wasn't scary enough that he was able to call off. He must have. I mean, overpair, two pair. Maybe he folded. Maybe he had two pair. Maybe 8-9. But he raised pre. Had to be an overpair. I mean, I suppose it could have been a set, but I feel like a set goes a little bit bigger on the flop. Oh. He mucked. We didn't get to see it. That put us in a pretty good spot. We can make some noise. We got to. We still have a ways. We still have another 30 or so players until the bubble, and we're in 10th out of 46. We can now, with 40, just under 40 big blinds, we can play a little bit. We could play like 2 street poker. We could play. Well, we could play 3 street poker, but there'll be stack sizes we're up against that will only be able to play 2 streets, if that. Although, I mean, the 16 three bet, the 16, that's like you know, two street, maybe the poker passer probably is just more of a live stack to get it all in. Crazy Cajun. I don't know. I don't know how is like what's the mix of new school and old school type players. I'm so happy you guys missed that King Queen versus Ace Queen. It was such a like it wasn't even a good play. It was or it wasn't even like a defensible play. Like King Queen, I don't even think it was suited. I can't remember. King Queen in the cutoff of all places in the big blind wake it has Ace Queen and it's just not going anywhere. Boom, we spike a king on the flop. It stays clean. Actually, it was King Jack X, and the turn was a well, no, it's King Jack X, and then turn and river of bricks. But you know, he was could have could have had a could have hit an ace or a 10 in the river, right? Yeah, ace or a 10 on the river, and he would have won. But we're way ahead there, of course, with two cards to come. Just because we have more chips doesn't mean I'm going to start playing Queen 10 off. This is probably why, like, the streamers like Lex Valtus and is it? I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm going to assume it is. And just braggy, but this is why they get such good viewers. I mean, they have the personality for it, but they would just play so many games at the same time. Jamie Staples too. I don't know that he has the same like. I don't know where does he stream. He has so much footage. He has so much content that just streams till I have 24/7 on his Twitch. But when does he actually stream? I don't know. I never see him live. But maybe he does it. Maybe he does it this time. I don't usually watch Twitch between like 5 and 9 p.m. Ace King. All right. So hmm. Well, we're feeling good. It's not too late yet. We're stacks people, players are dropping. Players are getting eliminated. Let's see if we can try to log into this chat. I don't know why it wasn't. I don't know why it just doesn't stay logged in. Got it. Chat. Deck. All right. Well, that's something. At least I can do that. $312 up top in this. That is not bad. 312, 212. I probably spend way too much time in this room. That's why I start sneezing after a while. Could be that I'm tired. I mean, we're up, it's between 6 and 7 every morning, which isn't that bad, especially since we don't have to like get up and rush out of the house. We can just kind of get up and get our child up. Well, she gets us up. and then just sort of ease into the day. But it is a long day, so by 10 o'clock at night, ready to call it good. So that's probably going to be the overriding, overarching theme of my my channel. That'll be it. That's like how can we squeeze as much poker as we can between the hours of 7:30 and 10 p.m. I mean, that's not bad. Do that like 3 days a week at like almost, you know, maybe we find a way to get it to 3 times 3, like 9 hours a week or whatever. Start small, 5 hours a week. If you can do 5 to 10 hours a week, get a little bit of a following, that could go. That could get somewhere. But we got a little ways to go. But hey, tell your friends, like, comment, subscribe. Feel free to let me know how things are going, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. Um, yeah, this is pretty good. We wanted to. I mean, I will say, no matter what happens, I probably won't be super thrilled with the way I played to get to this point. We did. I mean, it really. I guess I got to get over it. Like that. It was really that one hand. Up until then, we were playing right, and maybe it was because we were on stream and we were off stream, so we got bored, or maybe I was just. I could chalk it up to like my adrenaline was going after the whole like disconnect thing, and where because I'm trying to log into my phone, but I'm trying to get my computer to reconnect, and then all that happens, and I'm just like, just all in with king queen, boom, and got lucky. So queen jack, boom, straight. Yep, that was nice. That straight was nice. That was like timed so perfectly. We could use another pot. I don't want to get overly anxious here. I mean, what we're in 10th. We're super happy with the min cash. Again, I've been trying to get more and more profitable. Cash has been going a little bit better. I've been figuring it out. I've been taking with the mentality like I don't want to do a ton of gambling. I just want to play profitable spots. Keep it keep it plus EV, just so that I can watch rakeback kind of pile up, and then maybe in a couple months I got $100 in there. Great, and I cash that out and figure out a way to cash it into my account. Um, it's as simple as that. Have it be making money for me in a way, and then play these tournaments to make big scores, or just because it's more fun. Hmm. I think we can make it 2.5 here. Oh, come on. Oh, number lock. Probably when during this whole disconnect I hit number lock. All right, good. See, we're gonna need more of that. That premium range ace queen off is kind of borderline, but um, we're gonna need to use those hands and pick up some blinds at the very least, or get a call and then continue without much resistance. But this is where the sweet spot is. We want to be hovering in that 30 to big blind, 27 to 50 big blind range. And if we do that, and we do that for a whole tournament, just kind of hang around there and play a strategy that will, like, over the course of time, I'm not going to call that, over the course of time, we stay at that, we can kind of figure out how to spend most time in that level, then
especially in these smaller fields. There's not a ton of chips by the end of the game. By the end of the the final table, when you get to like 5, 4, 3 handed, there's just not a lot of chips on the table. So having 20 to 27 to 50 big blinds, even in those spots, is going to be very profitable because that's just going to get you like you're gonna have playable stacks all the way to like the big payouts. I don't know if what I'm saying is like totally stupid or like ill thought, ill reasoned. Like, who can just say they're just going to hover between 27 and 50 big blinds throughout from the moment you buy in to the moment you, um, make the final. We'll just say the top five. But I mean, it's not like I would not want to have 75 big blinds after buying in. Like run up to 100 big blinds, of course, but that's not going to happen as much. It might. We'll see. It just doesn't. Like, the odds are that that'll happen a couple times out of every 10, whatever. I don't know the exact numbers, but a certain percentage of the time, it could be 1 out of every 10 times. You'll double up as soon as you buy in. Usually it's going to be kind of a grind. It's just, yeah. So with that grind, can we kind of keep things, like play a certain style that will, I guess hitting your 3 outers is a good strategy for that. Thanks, Dak, for checking in. But we had another viewer. We had a new viewer earlier. That was cool. Unfortunately, we our stream cut. We had to reconnect, but we're back. I don't know that the first whatever that was, hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes. I don't know if that's going to make it onto YouTube because, and I wasn't recording it. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. I honestly don't want to do much at this point with like recording and editing. It's just a lot. It is kind of a time suck, and it's enough time. It's enough time I got to spend, you know, playing and actually doing this and trying to study, and we'll just stream and people can watch, and whatever footage is out there you can rewatch. It'd be great. See, another steal with Ace King, no resistance. I'm fine with that. I do like Ace King. Ace King suited is a little bit better. In a cash game, I might like to see a flop with this hand. But I don't want to. We're in a money spot right now. Again, I don't have to worry about it right yet, but we are down to 36 players. The blinds are going up. It's 9:32. Yeah, I guess it could be off just with breaks and whatnot, but 36 players left. Now the blinds just went up, so there's a bunch of shorter stacks. We're gonna be getting to the money by the next break. We're gonna be close to the bubble anyway. And I'm 15th out of 36, so we're in a great spot. We got 23 bigs, we got plenty of chips, and a whole fresh blind level. Crazy Cajun, players like him annoy me where he's like got just enough to make it interesting, to see if like him sleeping can actually like get him like to slide into the money. It probably won't happen, but if there's a lot of drawn out hand, you never know. If there's a lot of slow played hands, but hopefully there's just some stacks that go in and get busted. Cashier would be good. And I'm really I'm studying Jonathan Little's. I've held this up before, but I'll do it again. Secrets of Professional Tournament Poker. There is a middle section. I like how he does it. He kind of breaks a lot of it down by, whole chapters, and it's all broken down by stack sizes. So focus on that, and that makes sense. That's different stages of the tournament. You want to address each one separately because that's really that's the key. It's just playing your stacks relative to the blinds. Um, so there's the middle, there's a section in the middle anyway that's about 100 pages, and it goes from 50 big blinds, I think, really down to the final table, or maybe not. What is that? Sorry. Do do do. Yeah. Section 3, playing mid stacked. That goes. Section 4, playing short stack below 27 big blinds. Oh, big. And then Section 5, the late stages, and that goes all the way until about 350. Adjusting to payout implications and shorthanded plays. Like that, actually, I should motivate myself. I'm about 20 pages in. I'm up to like Section 4. About to start the playing short stacked piece of it, or the shorter stacked. So would have come in handy here because I've got less than 27 big blinds. And if this Out and Funkle Day jams here, then, well, I can just call. He might fold. He doesn't have a 9. All right, we'll take that. I think we kind of had to risk it there. I think he had just a small enough amount of chips where even if we were live just about against everybody, I would think. I don't think he had spades because we had 2 of them. We had the 10 of spades. Is actually a pretty good card to have with 9s. And what was the board? Forget it. Anyway, that was all right. Was it a jack on the board? Forget it. What was I talking about before? I thought it sounded interesting. Yeah. So we're in 12th out of 34. 25 bigs. Okay, yeah, Jonathan Little. So I'm about 20 pages into that 100-page portion of the book that I think would really be good. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the section on how to play with payout implications and the final stages, I assume the final table. That'll be that'll work. So we've got 3 stacks after us that are size, like relatively good size. Okay, so we got position and audio cloud called, and we should still have the best hand a good amount of the time. Probably could have been a little bit less. We're in position, and we could have not risk as much, but I don't think we don't want to incentivize him to call. It's a rainbow board. It's not draw heavy at all. So he either has a jack or he doesn't. I mean, the 7s call there, maybe. But most likely he had overcards or like ace X that didn't connect. I don't think I'll give Jonathan Little credit for certainly some things on this. I don't know. I'll say this. I can't probably delineate or express to you what from the 20 or so pages I've read of Jonathan Little just now, and I've read him before, so it's not like the first time I'm reading him, so I understand his concept. I'm familiar with his concepts already, but
Not sure how much of that I can't like express how much of that I'm actually applying and using right now. I think it's just more of a wholesale like over, whatever meta strategy of like um, play like premium hands and find your spots and don't um, you don't have to raise too big, but I'm also trying to play a little bit exploitatively. So when I get hands like Ace King, I'm not like I'm raising a little bit bigger. Just and it depends on and I kind of adjust my sizing. Like I kind of do a like lower raise size. The earlier I act, lower earlier, kind of like I don't know. If this is how my brain works, but pitchers generally, at least when I was really interested in baseball when I was in my early 20s. Um, Pitchers were taught to throw hard inside and soft, and light, whatever, slow outside. Hard in, soft out, or slow, whatever they use. But and the reason being, it takes a batter longer to get around on an inside pitch. So if you want to speed it up a little bit, and they'd be if you throw slow out to the outside, they're kind of ahead of it. So it just throws them off balance. So I kind of think of that like lower, like I make raise it from 1 to 2 when I'm under the gun, but I might make it 3 if I'm on the button. Just hard in or low in. I don't know. Stupid. I'm still folding this. But basically, you get to leverage your position. You can't overextend yourself when you're acting first, because if you have a hand that like king queen suited or ace 10 off that you want to see if that you feel like at your table you want to gamble with a little bit. I don't know. You make it 2, and then if someone makes it like 9, you can fold fairly easily. Where on the button, more has happened in front of you. Your last act throughout the hand, so you can make it bigger and still call a reasonable 3-bet because you're in position. So maybe that's one thing I've taken from him. He takes position into account. Queen 9 suited is probably like the very, very bottom of playable hands. It's got to be, right? For me, anyway. I don't know where it ranks. Like, is it ranked higher than 10-8 suited? I don't really rank it higher than that. I don't love it. I think I'm just going to fold it. If we would have flopped top pair. But out of position, again, it's on a pretty draw-heavy board. And then we get like the worst turn card, or second worst. Oh, then we river the essential nuts. Wouldn't have really. We would take those chips, but I think that's a fold. We wouldn't have even seen the boat. We probably have to like lead there, right? I know it's unexciting to keep folding, but queen 10 on the button. I feel like, okay, yeah, now that's 2 hands in a row we probably lost. I don't know. It's just such a weird spot now. And, now a lot of draws are out there. And queen 10 with the 10 of diamonds, it's, I guess, it's fine. Not horrible. Like if a 9 of diamonds comes on the river, I think we're still okay, but that's all right. Hey, listen, we're approaching the bubble. They're paying 15. We're at 29. I don't think we need to go risking disaster with queen 10 offsuit. It was on the button, so that might be a legitimate second guess. How do we even know we're good there? But I'm not here to justify my play. This is really kind of falling. Like the plan is kind of coming into a little bit more focus. Not that I should have a plan with tournaments. It should just be like play
good poker in the moment, but you do have to realize you can't just play like hand to hand like hands individually. There's a meta strategy that's involved because the event is the whole tournament, not just each individual hand like in cash poker. So it might be plus EV for the individual hand to play a hand like Queen 10 on the offsuit on the button. But in that spot, in that tournament, with this X amount of money on the line, is it is it worth what is kind of like I don't know, I can't imagine there's a large, I don't know what do you call that? Like is it an EV calculator or an EV projection? Like plus how many big blinds per hour does that win? It's probably not a huge margin. So we fold it and we wait to get a hand like King Queen suited. Or offsuit, whatever. That's what I won with earlier. But you guys weren't able to see that because the internet went out right before, or right at the break, and I didn't really come back online. That was weird. My phone, like, oh, I think it was just the vibration. And the TV out there. Like, they both made noise at the same time. And I was like, whoa, what's going on with my phone? We got a break coming up in 10 minutes, which is good. Um, hmm. 12th out of 13 out of 26. We are losing players. We're 11 away from the money. So, okay, so I probably should pay more attention to this. Crazy Cajun was silent earlier, but with like 7.7 bigs. And he's got 10.45 bigs now later on in the tourney. So I'm assuming he just keeps kind of going in and out. I don't know why you still wouldn't just play, though. Like, does he come back when he has aces? That'd be a pretty big tell. Lucky and good, 1. He is snoozing, which probably is. It's got less chips than me, but if your goal is just to min cash, I mean, why not? He's probably going to hit the money at that. I mean, we're now down to 25. I understand that's going to slow up a little bit. The closer we get to the button. I'll see a flop. I mean, this is minus EV. Half a big blind. He doesn't want it? Ugh. Is this... Okay, we picked a good spot. See, it's another, like, Queen 10 type hand, like Ace 8 off on the button. Yeah, no, let's just dump it. It could be, I mean, hey, part of this, part of the meta strategy. Pick your spots like that, where blind versus blind, your opponent isn't acting like he wants it. Brick comes on the turn. Bet pot if you can. All right, so we're 12 out of 25. We're in a good spot. players. Right. There's like 4 or 5 players that have about 5 players that have about 10 big blinds or less. Then some decent stack sizes. I mean, 15, 16, 17, 18, they're all kind of right there. So 14 through 18 are kind of like within 5,000 of each other, which is actually a pretty, like 3,000. Yeah. Um, which is significant. That's like 3 big blinds, 2.5, 3 big blinds. So yeah, we won't be quite at the bubble by the break. Well, the blinds will be up. Blinds are up in 2.5 minutes, and we got like 6 minutes to the break. So we'll be in between. We'll be in the middle of the level, but we'll start to see players drop. We will take a break from the broadcast here. We're not going to cut off the stream like what happened last time, but we will go to a quick. Um, we'll take a short break at 9:55, which would be really 10 o'clock your time. Not uncommon. You'll probably notice that in a lot of the poker streams you watch around the top of the hour, which actually is in a way is kind of a flaw or kind of something that should probably, I don't know. I may be speaking out of turn here, but I feel like if I guess it doesn't matter in one sense because poker's such a niche market that the people who watch it know what's going on. Like if they know if their favorite streamers are on a delay, how long and if they come in like on the hour, they kind of know they'll be on a break because just about every site it's 55 past the hour is the big break for the site. I was just gonna say like if they could move that to like 50 past the hour, then they'll be coming back at 55, but in real life, like after the delay, they'll be coming back on whatever hour. So if people like want to, but I don't know, the poker audience is on that strict of a time. It's not like we're watching the Brady Bunch back in the 70s where it's on at whatever time of day, 3 o'clock or 8 o'clock, or was it prime time? Whatever, I don't know what time it was on. I wasn't alive then, but it or TGAF at 8 o'clock every Friday. You're gonna tune into Family Matters. I don't know that we're on that kind of schedule here. I don't know that you go to your lunch break at noon and then immediately fire up your favorite stream. Might take 5 minutes for you to get out to wherever you're going to spend your lunch. So it really doesn't matter. I'm just trying to keep things somewhat entertaining here until we. Hey, look at we're down to 22. Things are moving. I still don't think we'll get all the way to the bubble by the break, but we're setting ourselves up for a nice, post-break rush here. 3 minutes about till the break. Oh. He let us in last time. That's a good flop for our range, kind of, and we have backdoor equity, backdoor and a gut shot. Maybe he defends it this time. Ooh, that's an interesting card, but let's see if we can get to the river cheaply. Ooh, that is cheap. Not a good river. Turn made it interesting. River made it pretty bad. Ouch. Maybe we gave up a little quickly there. He did flop a pair. Uh, yeah, turn bet might have gotten it done. That is unfortunate. That might have been a good give up spot. See, this is where I need to study more. It wasn't a total disaster, but it's not good. Those are chips that we needed to hang on to. And now we're on kind of on the button. We have 14 bigs, and we're in this awkward spot where we have two big stacks behind us, and we're 6 spots away from the money, and we're kind of like out of it right now. I hate King 10. I mean, I got two stacks behind me that could really put the screws to me if they wanted to. Yeah, we gave up a few too many chips there. I don't like that. What do we do? We called. Do we bet 2 on the flop? Called 1 on the turn, so half. So that's 2, 3.5, 3.5 bigs that we gave up there. So we would have had about 17. Like it doesn't feel like that much more, but at the same time, we just dropped. We're hovering around the money now. We're not dead. We got plenty of chips. We can come back. We just have to really play premiums only right now. Hope that Crazy Cajun, like, I mean, the blinds are going to go up, and we're going on break. So, yeah, okay. Well, we're right on the bubble here. 21 left, unless that's been updated. Yep, 21 left. We're gonna. Clock is still running, which is good. We're waiting for other tables to finish. We'll just talk through this, so it's possible we could lose one. 21 left, 15 paid. We really want to get that payout because it is a nice, it's a nice value with the overlay. Really, this would be a good opportunity to kind of ladder up on the site. Oh, this works. So blinds, we'll be back in 3.5 minutes, and at that point, the blinds will go up. So the clock just runs right through that level. That's cool. Unless they start it, maybe they tacked 5 minutes on at the beginning. So that actually works. That's going to force some stacks in. Crazy Cajun, we got him out of there. Hopefully undaunted. Gets involved in the hand, and then we'll be down that much closer to the bubble. So we'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll finish this thing up. So we're back. Oh, still have to open the chat. No, I should still be in there. We fold king eight. I think what we have to do here, and this is kind of unfortunate because we should have a couple more blinds. I feel like don't love the way I played that hand of the small blind. It was such like it should just be an easy decision in a cash table. Yeah, whatever. Try to get involved. I mean, you chop in a cash game anyway, but in a hand like that where whatever you think you're getting good value, it's just not. It's not profitable in the long run. So we'll shake that off. Right now we're in 14th. We're in the money if it were to end, but we're right there. I would assume with a few other stacks. Don't love that Ace 8 got there. That sucks. That's terrible because now we have 2 stacks bigger than us. So we're just gonna try to outlast. I don't mind. I know you're supposed to obviously maximize and win as much as you can at any time and go deep for the experience and obviously the payouts and the long-term profitability. But if we just hit the money in this one, I think that'll be some good momentum we can build as we kind of learn this strategy. I think it can work, and I think it can fit with what we're trying to do. We might have to tweak it a little bit for the rebuy add-on tourneys, but really the key there is don't spew off too many rebuys. Don't rebuy if you can, and then make it to the add-on, and you'll have plenty of chips to play with. But like anything, it's easier said than done. So we'll do that, but we should also really be hunting overlays. And see, the thing is, like, I should just take a night where I don't play anything, and I just watch. I just kind of look at the site and just figure, okay, at this, at 9 o'clock, if I want to sign into something, there's a turbo there. There's a turbo that is the 500 guaranteed, but there was like a 200 coin overlay. Cool, it's $3 to get in, or three coins to get in, but the min cash is 12. Great, awesome. We should play that. Yeah, I don't even know why I'm checking the micro. It's useless. I don't even think I can't play on ignition. You get one sneeze in every hour, right? Half hour, 45 minutes. It's probably because we have a rug in here, a nice rug at that. Ick. Do we really want to go for it here? I don't think we have much of a choice. Okay, that's good. I'll take it from... we'll see what Cajun has going on here. Maybe that gets Undaunted to fold. Very good. We will absolutely take that result. And I'm actually going to fold 6s. I think I'm overthinking it. I'm probably over-explaining it, but there is something, I think, to players not believing you. Like if I jam 2 hands in a row, they're going to start to think I'm doing that wide, and I might get called by King Jack suited or something like that would otherwise fold. And then, he'll snipe a jack on the turn or something, and I'll be dead. Whoever calls me. And we're going up a level in 20 seconds, so Cajun's gonna have to get it in. We really should be looking at the stacks, the players here. We're with 20 left, and Crazy Cajun is by far the smallest stack. As we go up, what are we going to be at? 750, 1500, or 816? 816. So did we go up? Was this hand in the... Doesn't look like we went up. I could be wrong, though. We must be going up after this hand, because the stack sizes really didn't change. They all went down slightly from the antes, but that's it. All right, so we're going to be at 816. Yeah, this definitely... I'm on the button. I got, under... I'm going to have under 10... Or I'm on the bubble, essentially. Or I got... I'm 17th. It would be nice if one of these two stacks gets smoked here, but I don't think we're going to see that happen. I think both. Maybe not. We'll see. 6-bet, 7... 6-bet Jack 7. Does he have Jack 7? No. No, that's so weird. So I still have 10 bigs. So I guess it doesn't go up that much. Yeah, 14 to 16. I mean, we're going to get some experience playing on the bubble here. Crazy Cajun. What a loser. What a loser. We're down to 19, right? Like, we know that. Yeah. The stacks that are a little bit, yeah. I probably do need to win a pot. Although Undaunted is right there. There's not that much of a difference. We got plenty of chips. We don't need to do anything drastic. Okay. Yeah, well, that makes sense. I mean, I don't love this hand, but at least we're last to act here. Maybe we get a walk. Love a walk. That sucks. For our tournament life, I would say no. Is this a jam if it folds to us? Kind of has to be, right? Oh, boy. Oh, wow. How disgusting. Maybe it wasn't. Yeah, that sucks. I don't know. I'll have to look at everything to see if that was the right play or not. It sucks too. We went on 19th, 15 got paid. That was a good payout. That's too bad. Yeah, that's a little bit on us. Maybe like I keep lamenting that blind versus blind play where I kind of lost 3.5 bigs that I shouldn't have. Would I still have felt the pressure? I mean, with that, it wouldn't have been quite 3.5 big blinds if I just kept them. Probably like two ish, 2.5. Would having 2.5 more big blinds there cause me to fold it? I mean, we're small blind versus big blind. He's got 15. Like, he's not. There's not that many hands he's gonna have, and I'm ahead of a lot. And we were racing, but he just fought the set. So, um, yep. Friday we're gonna finish up the Grizzly, and then probably it going forward probably do more of these Brawl type games where you buy add on. Maybe mix in a micro roller in there too. So yeah, so we got good things ahead of us. Um, and until then, remember, don't get mad, get even. Thanks.